We are in the beautiful hills near Pune.
And this is the new Tata Nexon EV MAX.
And we are on PluginIndia.
The Tata Nexon EV MAX comes in two variants, and the car you are seeing is the top of the line XZ Plus Lux variant. We've been testing this car for some time now, and we wanted to showcase some of the best features the car has to offer. The first feature is called multi-mode regen. What this means is that you can customize regenerative braking to suit your driving habits. You also have a fourth option, the ability to turn it off completely. For those who are new to electric cars, regen braking is a feature that enables the car to recuperate energy that is usually wasted when slowing down or when applying the brakes. The 2020 Nexon EV did not have the option to turn off regen and only had one mode. The choice offered by the 2022 Nexon EV MAX will allow you to turn off regen when cruising on the highway and set the level to its most aggressive setting when driving in the city.
Alright, so right now we're in eco mode. If you can see the dashboard, you can see that eco is written over there. And here in the circular dial, the light turns green to show that it's in eco mode, which I think is a very cool feature. Here you can see that you have two buttons. One is to increase the level of regen, one is to decrease the level of regen. And now we're at level 0. So I'm going to press the button once, twice, thrice. And we're at level 3 of regen. And now let me show you how it works. So I'm going to get the car up to a reasonable speed so that I can show you how the regen works. Let me try to get up to about 60. Let me remind you that we're at level 3 of regen. And that's it, 60. And now watch this. So as you can see, we almost immediately started slowing down, and in less than 5 seconds we're almost down to 20. Now I'm bringing the regen level down to 0, and at this level regen doesn't work at all, so the car coasts. And right now it's driving like a normal automatic. So let me get it up to 60 again, and let go of the accelerator, and as you can see we are still maintaining speed. So there you have it. That's the difference between level 3 regen and no regen. So what are the ideal scenarios in which you want to use no regen, level 1 2 regen, level 2 regen, level 3 regen? Level 3 regen is really ideal for city driving. So it's when you need to stop and start the car a lot. That's when you would use level 3 regen, or when you want to aggressively conserve range. Let's say that you're driving somewhere far off and there are no fast chargers in sight. You really want to save range, that's when you use level 3 regen. It's not advisable for highway driving. For that, turn it off and use coast mode. Level 2 regen provides a good balance. It will give you a reasonable level of regen, but it won't be so aggressive that it mars your driving experience. And I think this was a great feature that Tata Nexon added to the MAX, because the old Tata Nexon did not have this level of customization. If you go back to our old Hyundai Kona video, you'll see that they had 3 levels of regen. So now that the Tata has it too, I'm very, very pleased that they decided to include it. Nothing beats the joy of single pedal driving.
You can only get this in the electric cars.
The next feature is called Auto Vehicle Hold. This comes into play during crazy start and stop traffic in city conditions. Once you arrive at a traffic signal, simply tap the button and the brake pressure is maintained even after your foot is taken off the accelerator pedal.
Alright, so let's assume that we are in traffic right now. What happens normally is that electric cars, just like automatic cars nowadays, have a creep feature, which means that if you're stuck in stop-start traffic, you have your foot on the brake, you let go of the brake and the car moves forward. So as you can see, it's moving forward. But this car has a feature called the auto hold. All you do is press this button, and on the screen you see a green light that says auto hold feature on. Now when I'm stuck in traffic, if I don't want the creep function, I press this button, and now foot off the brake and the car stays in position.
This will take care of the creep mode.
Correct. The creep mode is a relic of automatic petrol vehicles, and we do feel that it needs to go in electric vehicles, or if it doesn't go, it needs to exert less of a penalty on your range.
The next feature is called Ventilated leatherette seats. They cool your seat and keep you comfortable even if the outside weather is baking hot.
Alright, so a really cool feature and much needed in India's heat that Tata Nexon has provided for the Max are the ventilated seats. Here you can see the button to turn it on. Right now it's off. If I press the button, it turns on level 3. I can bring it down to level 2, level 1 and turn it off entirely. Or I can turn it on again. Now I want to point out that this is a very important feature. It's not a gimmick. These ventilated seats mean that on a hot day when you are hard pressed for range, when you're low on range and you want to turn off the AC to conserve range, you can still have the ventilated seats on in order to cool your body down while driving or while the passengers are in the car without imposing the range penalty that the AC imposes on the battery.
Wow, this is heaven, man.
You know, people ask me, how do you wear suits in such hot weather in India? And you know what I tell them? My standard answer is because I wear very absorbent suits. But I think now I can finally stop making that excuse because these ventilated seats will ensure that I'm cool all the time, no matter what suit I'm wearing.
DC charging is an important component of the electric car. Whenever you go on long distance road trips, you can use these chargers to top up at rapid speeds. This makes electric car trips practical. The 2020 Nexon EV only allowed you to charge at a rate of 25 kilowatt at any DC fast charger. The Nexon EV MAX, on the other hand, claims to offer 50 kilowatt DC fast charging. So let's find out if we can get to that magical 50 kilowatt number. We visited the DC fast charger installed by our friends at Go Ego Network. This is a dual gun 60 kilowatt charger. We used the GoMe mobile app and initiated the charge session. Our SOC was 64% and to our surprise we found that the Nexon EV MAX charged only at a rate of 30 kilowatts. We expected the car to charge at around 50 kilowatts. Maybe the SOC needs to be lower to unlock faster speeds, or maybe there was a power issue here. We don't know. This needs more testing. Nevertheless, the claimed 50 kilowatt charging speeds are better than the 20-25 kilowatt speeds we've seen with the classic Nexon EV.
50 kilowatt charging is totally worth it.
Absolutely. The previous Nexon had 25 kilowatt charging. This has 50 kilowatt charging. So now Tata Nexon MAX owners can look forward to a faster, smoother charging experience on their many road trips across India. 7.2 kilowatt AC charging. The next feature of the 2022 Tata Nexon EV MAX is the option to choose a 7.2 kilowatt onboard charger. The 2020 Nexon EV's onboard charger only charges at around 3 kilowatts. For you as an owner, if you opt for a 7.2 kilowatt charger, expect the car to charge in only around 5 to 6 hours. We wanted to test the speed of the charger. So after driving around and getting the SOC to 60%, we decided to visit a 22 kilowatt AC public charger hosted by our friends at Go Ego Network. Let's find out if the onboard charger really charges at 7.2 kilowatt as claimed. The Go Ego AC charger did not show the charging speed when we plugged in the Nexon EV MAX. But the awesome team there investigated the logs, crunched some numbers and arrived at a charging rate of 6.2 kilowatt with 25 amps and a power factor of 95%. It's not quite 7 kilowatt, but still it's better than the classic Nexon EV.
6 hours of charging is awesome.
Absolutely. The previous Nexon used to take 12 hours to charge. Now you can charge at half that. So 7.2 kilowatt charging has reduced the charging time to 6 hours, which is excellent. It just means that you can plug in at night and by the time you awake in the morning, your car is ready to go. The next feature is the electric glass roof. Want to take in some air when driving in the countryside? Want to do some stargazing?
Another cool feature that the Tata Nexon MAX has is the electrically controlled sunroof. Sia will show you how to open it.
Yes, so we have to open like this. We have to push it and then we have to press this button. Sorry, not this. We have to press this button and then it opens and we have to bow. And it's fun!
Now we don't really know what the purpose of this feature is, but it kind of gives the car a very bright, luxurious feel. And let's say on a clear night you want to go stargazing, you can drive out of the city in the car, you can put the back seats down, lie down in the car, open the sunroof and just stargaze from the comfort of your car with the AC on. So it's a nice feature to have, and we quite like it. And if stargazing is not your thing, then you can do this.
Stargazing is important, very, very, very important in life.
Exactly. And you know what helps when you want to go stargazing? Seats that recline all the way back.
Cruise control is the most requested feature from the Nexon EV owners community. So much so that third-party vendors have even sold cruise control devices specifically for the Nexon EV. But that's not a problem anymore because cruise control is standard on the 2022 Nexon EV. When cruising on the highway, simply press a button on the steering wheel and let the car do the acceleration while you focus on steering. Keeping your leg free will take the stress out of highway driving.
Alright, so cruise control. Now there's a button here to activate cruise control. Right now it's turned off, and I want to get up to the speed that I want to be at on the highway, which is, let's say, about 50 kmph for example's sake. So I'm going to get up to that speed, and I just have to press this button, and there you go, cruise activated. And I take my foot off the accelerator and the car just keeps going forward. I can relax. So now if I want to disengage, all I have to do is gently press the brakes and I get a message saying cruise cancelled. And if I want to activate it again, I have to press the button again. So it's that simple. So cruise control is active right now. If you look at the graph, you'll see that it's now a straight line. That's because cruise control is active and there's no human intervention. But once I deactivate it, so I'm going to deactivate it now because there's a signal coming. And now when I'm go back to normal driving, there'll be a lot of starts and stops, a lot of jerks, constant pressing and depressing of the accelerator and the brake, and you can already see the effect of that. The line is now wavy and going up and down. So that's because of human intervention, and that's what you can expect when a human is driving the car as opposed to having cruise control on. Cruise control standard in the 22 Nexon EV. Good job, Tata. In the Tata Nexon EV MAX, cruise control means comfort and efficiency.
Cruise control, your ankle gets a break.
And there you have it, guys. The Nexon EV MAX has some cool features going for it. These are some of the ones that we like. The car handles and drives very well even on poor roads. We love the electronic stability program and the exceptional braking with the new intelligent vacuumless boost and active control system made by the German giant Bosch. This gave impressive braking and stopping power. Region level 3 with eco mode was one pedal heaven. The Nexon EV MAX is packed with features and we loved driving it. So what do you think about the Nexon EV MAX? Do write in the comments below, and until next time, this is Abhishek and Seya signing off.